ISIS says that it is sending 400 foreign fighters to attack Europe. This, as the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee says, the ISIS bombers who murdered 34 people in Brussels were targeting Americans. President Obama says he is doing everything possible to prevent an attack on U.S. soil. But our next guest says authorities are doing nothing here to prevent another attack. Robert Spencer is the director of Jihad Watch and the author of the book, The Complete Infidel's Guide to ISIS. There's a picture of the book right there. Good morning, Robert. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So what makes you believe that this administration is doing nothing to prevent an attack here in the United States?
Well, for example, in February 2015, the Islamic State, or ISIS, threatened to send, actually warned they were going to send, 500,000 refugees into Europe. They weren't just trying to provoke a humanitarian crisis, although that's certainly part of their agenda. They were intending, and are intending, to send active jihad terrorists among those refugees. The Lebanese education minister in September said that there were 25,000 active jihadis in refugee camps on their way to Europe in his country, and many of them are there now, and then Obama wants to bring tens of thousands of these refugees here. There is absolutely no way, despite his assurances, to vet them to determine who are jihadis and who are not.
Robert, we've been talking this morning about the neighborhood in Molenbeek where the Paris attacks, what happened in Brussels, and also the train incident from Amsterdam to Paris. It all was coordinated by gentlemen who, or men, I should say, terrorists, who lived in that one neighborhood. Do we see anything like that happening here in the U.S.?
So far, we don't see those kind of no-go zones, Sharia enclaves in the United States. And it's unlikely, given the nature of the United States at this point, that they're going to develop. The problem, however, is that there's no challenge being made to the underlying ideology, and it is being taught in American mosques. Surveys have shown, 4 separate and independent surveys since 1998, have shown that 80% of mosques in the United States teach hatred of Jews and Christians and the necessity ultimately to replace the Constitution with Islamic law. So nothing's being done to challenge the Muslims in those mosques to institute programs to reject the teachings that ISIS represents, that Al-Qaeda represents. If that doesn't change, then we're just heading for disaster.
So are you saying it's just a matter of time?
Yes. It's not a matter of if, but of when.
Wow. Let's put up a map. This is James Comey, the head of the FBI, has said, the FBI director has said that ISIS investigations are going on in all 50 states. Look at this map. I mean, the numbers staggering. When you look at that map, it really hits home for us. What do you make of this? What do we do?
Well, we have to stop bringing in these migrants. We have to challenge the mosques and the Islamic communities in the United States to do something to back up their pallid and pro forma condemnations of ISIS with real action, and to show in an honest way that they are trying to combat this ideology. This wouldn't be spreading so much if it weren't mainstream.
All right, so you do say challenge the mosques. All right, Robert Spencer, thank you, the author of The Complete Infidel's Guide to ISIS. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you.